Quick note: this is an automated educational summary of public medical sources, Mayo Clinic, the NIH, and Medline Plus. It is for tracking your health markers, not medical advice. Always confirm results with a licensed clinician. If you've ever broken out after drinking milk, you're not alone. About 2 to 3% of children and roughly 0.1% to 0.5% of adults have true milk allergies, according to the NIH. But here's what surprises people. Dairy reactions don't always show up as hives or swelling. Instead, they can hide as persistent acne, eczema flare-ups, or itchy rashes that dermatologists can't explain. Mayo Clinic notes that dairy proteins, especially casein and whey, can trigger immune responses that manifest on your skin weeks after you consume them. Today, we're walking through exactly how to test if dairy is your hidden skin culprit and what the science actually says about fixing it. Before you test anything, you need to know what you're looking for. According to Medline Plus, a true milk allergy involves your immune system creating antibodies, specific IgE proteins, against milk proteins. It typically shows up quickly, within minutes to 2 hours of drinking milk. A lactose intolerance, by contrast, is just your digestive system struggling to break down milk sugar. It causes bloating and digestive upset, not skin reactions. But here's the critical part. The NIH warns that hidden milk protein reactions, the ones that show up as acne or eczema, can take hours or even days to appear. That's why so many people never connect the dots. If your skin flares 3 days after you eat cheese, you might not even suspect dairy. Here's the mechanism. Backed by Cleveland Clinic research. Cow's milk contains bioactive compounds, including hormones and growth factors naturally present in the milk. That can influence your skin's oil production and immune response. When you consume dairy, milk proteins cross into your bloodstream. If your immune system tags casein or whey as threats, it releases histamine and inflammatory molecules. These circulate through your body and can aggravate skin cells, especially if you're already prone to acne or eczema. Mayo Clinic specifically highlights that milk's hormonal content can increase sebum production, which feeds acne bacteria. The result? A breakout that feels impossible to explain because you didn't connect it to something you ate 3 days ago. So how do you actually test for it? The NIH and Mayo Clinic recommend 3 main approaches. First, the IgE blood test, or specific IgE serology. This measures antibodies against milk proteins in your blood. It's quick, doesn't hurt, and gives you a yes or no answer in about a week. Second, the skin prick test. An allergist puts tiny amounts of milk protein on your skin and scratches gently. If you're allergic, you'll see a raised bump within 15 minutes. It's fast and cheap, but it can give false positives. Third, the oral challenge test, considered the gold standard by Medline Plus. A clinician gives you milk in carefully controlled doses under observation and watches for reactions. It's the most accurate, but requires a medical setting because reactions can be serious. Here's the problem. Standard allergy tests miss a lot of dairy reactions. That's because some skin responses involve IgG antibodies or delayed reactions that tests don't catch. That's where the Elimination Diet comes in. According to Cleveland Clinic, this means removing all dairy, milk, cheese, yogurt, butter, for 4 to 6 weeks. Don't cheat. Track your skin daily. Acne, severity, redness, itchiness, breakout patterns. After 4 to 6 weeks, slowly reintroduce dairy and watch what happens. If your skin clears during elimination and flares again when you add dairy back, you've found your answer. It's not a lab test, but Mayo Clinic recognizes it as highly informative because it's measured in real-world outcomes on your actual skin. Let's be honest about what works and what doesn't. The NIH notes that the strongest evidence links milk consumption to acne specifically, not because milk is bad, but because of its hormonal profile. Eczema connections are less clear-cut. Some people improve, others don't. Hives or swelling are almost always true IgE allergy, which tests catch reliably. But persistent acne or chronic eczema tied to dairy? That's where your personal experiment matters more than any single test result. Mayo Clinic emphasizes that everyone's immune system is different. Your neighbor might be fine with milk. You might not be. The goal isn't to prove a general rule. It's to find what works for your body. And sometimes that means running your own test because your skin is unique. Here's what to do right now if you think dairy is your culprit. Step 1. See your primary care doctor or a dermatologist. Tell them your suspicion and ask for an IgE blood test. It's non-invasive and gives you a baseline. Step 2. Whether the test is positive or negative, discuss an elimination diet with your clinician. 4 to 6 weeks of data beats guessing. Step 3. Keep a food and skin diary. Note what you eat, when you eat it, and your skin's reaction. Take photos. Patterns emerge. Step 4. If you do find dairy is the trigger, work with a nutritionist to make sure you're getting enough calcium and vitamin D from other sources. Medline Plus lists fortified plant milks, leafy greens, and supplements as solid alternatives. You're not banned from health, you're optimizing for your skin. Before you go all in on dairy elimination, here's the reality check. If you do an elimination diet and your skin doesn't change, dairy probably isn't your trigger. That's valuable information. Acne and eczema have many causes: stress, sleep, genetics, water quality, your skincare routine, and other foods. The NIH emphasizes that a negative result from the elimination diet is as useful as a positive one. It rules out dairy so you can investigate other factors. Also, if you're cutting out dairy, make sure you're actually eliminating it completely. Hidden dairy sneaks into processed foods, protein bars, and supplements. Read labels carefully. And if your skin does improve after cutting dairy, you might reintroduce it gradually. Some people tolerate small amounts of aged cheese or ghee, even if regular milk is a trigger. Reintroduction is personal. If you're seeing severe reactions, facial swelling, difficulty breathing, or hives that spread quickly, go to urgent care immediately. Those are IgE allergy signs and require medical attention. For chronic skin issues, your first stop is a dermatologist who can rule out other conditions that mimic dairy reactions: rosacea, fungal infections, or contact dermatitis. If they suspect allergy, they'll refer you to an allergist. Cleveland Clinic allergists can run comprehensive testing and help you navigate elimination diets safely. The key: don't diagnose yourself. Use your observations, your skin diary, as evidence to bring to a clinician. They have tools and experience you don't. Your job is to notice patterns. Theirs is to confirm them and guide treatment.